It took Jim 5 years to get to a script that he was ready to make. We started getting into pre-production and just doing design work, including an art reel that we had created in 2005. At that same time, however, we looked at the landscape of technology and felt that we could maybe make a movie that Jim had conceived 10 years earlier, which was Avatar.
We got to the point where it was literally a coin toss between Battle Angel and Avatar. And we thought, all right, let's be really smart. Let's develop one system of performance capture to create these CG characters, and then we'll do Avatar and then Battle Angel, or we'll do Battle Angel and then Avatar, but we'll amortize our development for the system across 2 projects. A couple days before we were going to do our first big test with actors. And so I looked at the Battle Angel stuff, and I couldn't find a scene that was just CG characters. It was usually CG with human characters in the scene. And I looked at Avatar, there were plenty of scenes that were just pure CG. So we did it as our test. Somewhere in the process of bringing the Avatar characters to life, we sort of fell in love with Avatar. And so then it wasn't a coin toss anymore.
One of the reasons that Jim ultimately chose Avatar is because he thought that by doing Avatar first, the technology that we would learn on that film would benefit Alita in a greater fashion. In fact, having done Alita now, what we have learned is that doing Alita is going to have an even greater impact on the Avatar sequels.
I always felt like I'd just come back around to it at some point. Then with the wild success of Avatar, and with things sort of going even farther south in the real world with respect to indigenous rights and climate change and environmental problems and all that, I thought, all right, Avatar is important. I need to keep making these Avatar movies. That might be the highest and best use of my time. And so I kind of gave up Battle Angel as something that I would direct.
When I first read good 15 plus years ago that Jim Cameron was going to do Alita, Battle Angel, I was a fan of the graphic novel and the character, and I thought how amazing his version of that would be. So we've been kind of dreaming about it and waiting for it forever.
And then one day I was just hanging out with my friend Robert Rodriguez. I'm walking him out to his car. He says, by the way, you got anything? And it just went through my head in a split second. Well, there's Battle Angel. And it's almost like subconsciously I had already decided to hand it off to another filmmaker, but only the right filmmaker.
He let it slip that he was probably only going to be doing Avatar movies the rest of his career. And my heart kind of sunk because I wanted to see Battle Angel. So selfishly I asked him, well, what happens to movies like Alita, Battle Angel? Like as a fan, like as a Comic-Con geek fan, I wanted to know.
And it happened in a split second. I thought I would let go of it for Robert.
Jim said, here, I'm going to give you the script that I wrote. It was way too long. And Jim said, if you could bring it down to a shooting length, you can direct it. On top of that, Jim gave Robert over 600 pages of notes for the story.
I was like, oh, that's what I'm doing this summer. I'm going to take home that script and try to figure it out.
He came back with a 130-page version. So I took that and I thought, this is going to suck. It's going to have all the good stuff compromised or taken out. And I read it in one sitting, and it was the story. It was the story that I had wanted to tell.
We were both shocked that we weren't missing anything from the longer script. We knew things had been taken out, but the core important themes, the character moments, were all there. And that told us that Robert was the right person to parent this child with.
I think if we're so lucky as to have this film be a success and we get to make some more, we'll go back and we'll feed on that. Solid.